on my lane, you all on my lane. You ain't overlooked, so get out the way. I gave you the book, I gave you the game. The boy gotta cook, the boy got a flame, Serving in the kitchen like you Nino. Plenty bitchin', whipping different flavors like a bistro. Kick it, dip it, flip it, keep it hunting like a C-note. Switch and keep it pimpin' every single place that he go. I got it. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Boy, you know the name, get up out the way. Lathan got the flame, Lathan got the flame. Stay up out the kitchen if you ain't the one that's whipping, huh? Hey, yo, Lathan, man, cook them boys up something real quick, man.
What's going on, Bistro family? Welcome back to my channel. Now today we got the most amazing Longhorn Steakhouse fire grill lamb chops. So the first thing we'll do is take a trip to the store, and I'm at the Fresh Market getting these French cut lamb chops. All right, so once you get the lamb chops going and bring them home, you're gonna need some garlic, and I just got a whole bulb of garlic. And just break that down. You done seen me cut up garlic plenty times in many recipes, so I don't have to do that for you. Then we got our rack of lamb. This rack of lamb here was $29.99, and it was $16.99 per pound. Usually it's, I want to say $19.99 per pound. Excuse me. Then we got the thyme and rosemary. And so what we're gonna do is make our marinade. So while I'm getting this rosemary together, let me go give you the rundown. So usually the lamb is, I want to say $19.99 a pound. So they had a couple dollars off. So what I did was went and got it and got ready for this recipe, especially since Longhorn is dropping these lamb chops on March the 6th. We want to have this video out that same week, so we're going to put it out the Thursday of that week. So the 6th is a Monday, so we're going to put the video out on Thursday. So get you some herbs together, and this is not exactly how Longhorn do it. Longhorn is actually fire grilling their lamb chops, but I'm going to show you how to do this at home using our stove. We're not going to use any live fire. We're just going to use our stove and get a good crispy exterior on these lamb chops. So go ahead and get your rosemary and thyme in a bowl with the garlic, and that's pretty much preference there. I did about an ounce each, but like I said, that's pretty much preference. Is how much you want. Rosemary and garlic tend to have a strong flavor, so however much you want to put on there, do that. But we are going to baste this with garlic, thyme, and rosemary as well. So if you don't want to put too much into the marinade, you don't have to, because you're going to get those flavors infused into the lamb through osmosis through the basting. All right, so get your lamb chops on a butcher paper, and I'm using a butcher paper here. And I sprinkled it down with some Himalayan sea salt, some pink Himalayan salt. Then I went on with some finely cracked black pepper. After the black pepper, we went on with some total seasoning. Now you can use your seasoning blend of choice, but I like this total seasoning blend, and it's for grilling, so that's why I want the little specks to kind of give us that fire grill look how you would get from Longhorn. And I'm using the butcher paper because you see as I'm sprinkling the seasonings on the lamb chops, some seasonings are getting onto the butcher paper, which is perfectly fine. Because remember, we got a good fat cap on the back of the lamb chops, and what we're going to do after we season both sides of these lamb chops, we're going to take the fat cap side and rub it on the paper just to get the seasoning on the fat cap side. So no seasonings are really going to waste here. We just being frugal with our seasonings and with our cleanup as well, because once we get these seasoned up and get them into the marinade, we can actually toss the butcher paper, so just easy cleanup. And also I'm going to marinate them in a bowl, but I'm actually going to put it out on a butcher paper so you can see how much marinade is on each lamb chop and how it should look in the marinade. And we're going to pop these marinated lamb chops in the fridge overnight, but you can do as quick as 30 minutes, but you want to get these time to marinate. So pop them in the fridge overnight if you can, but if you can't, at least give it 30 minutes to an hour to marinate. But overnight, you're going to see that garlic and rosemary and thyme really perfume these lamb chops and really change that flavor of these lamb chops. You don't have to worry about too much of a gamey taste in lamb chops. Some people say it is, but I can't really tell that. Also, you're going to see me add a little bit more total seasoning to this. These are some pretty nice sized lamb chops, so they could take a good amount of seasoning. All right, and that is our lamb chops going into the marination for 24 hours. All right, after 24 hours, bring them out. Make sure you bring them up to room temp. But while they're coming up to room temp, we're going to go ahead and saute our spinach. And the only reason I'm showing you this saute spinach because I never made saute spinach on my channel. And yeah, so I want to show you. So I just put a little canola oil down in the pan. And also I use canola oil for the marinade for the lamb chops. Let's go back there too. All right, so I put a little canola oil in the pan, put a little garlic in there, sweated the garlic a little bit, then I went in with the spinach. Spinach is going to cook really quickly and fast, so make sure you stay there and babysit and watch it. We added a little pink Himalayan sea salt, and then we're going to begin to stir it with our fork until it kind of get a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little cooked down. Then we're going to go ahead and toss it a little bit, and then it's going to be done. This really takes about 2-3 minutes. Really simple cook. And I didn't show you my buttermilk mashed potatoes because you know I cook them in every recipe, and I'll link a video down below to show you how to cook those from start to finish. We use Yukon Golds like always, buttermilk, unsalted sweet cream butter, and salt. That is all that goes in my mashed potatoes. But if you've been following my channel for a long time, you know that's how I do it. Longhorn don't do it that way. So if you want Longhorn mashed potatoes, I don't know what to tell you. But I just did my version of my mashed potatoes. Like I said, this is an inspired video. It's not a copycat. All right, so once you get the spinach out the pan, go ahead and clean it up since I'm using the same pan. And then go ahead with some more canola oil and then pop your lamb chops down. And we got 8 chops, so we're going to cook them in batches of 4 and 4. So we got our first 4 down, and we're searing on medium-high heat for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And notice we're going to go about 2 or 3 minutes on each side. Then we're going to pop them out, and then we're going to put all the chops into the pan. We're going to add some butter, and that's unsalted sweet cream butter. Like I said, some thyme, some rosemary, some garlic, and then we're going to begin to baste. And while we baste them, we're going to cook up to our desired temperature. And our desired temperature on these lamb chops, we're going for medium. So you cook your lamb chops to your preference, but with lamb chops, I like to go medium well. But we're going to go medium with these chops. So this is our second batch of chops. Like I said, we seared our first batch 2 to 3 minutes on each side, pulled them. Then we searing our second batch 2 to 3 minutes on each side. And then we're going to add all our chops to this pan. Then we're going to add our sweet cream unsalted butter, our thyme, rosemary, and garlic. And when you get to this base part, you add how much you want to add. If you're feeling froggy, add a lot of thyme, add a lot of rosemary, add a lot of garlic. You know what I'm saying? I like more thyme than rosemary, but it's pretty much up to you. All right, so now we get to the point where we adding all our chops to the pan. And once we add all our chops to the pan, we're going to begin to add our aromatics and our butter. So go ahead and get all your chops in the pan. And with the chops being kind of small and having the long bones, you're going to get those little pockets where you can add little items in and it touched the oil directly. So we're going to add the rosemary in first. Then we're going in with our sweet cream unsalted butter. And then you're going to see me add our thyme in. And then you're going to see me actually add the garlic in those little oil pockets in the pan there. Yep. So like I said, you add how much you want. And you heard me what I said in the beginning. I added like 2 to 3 sprigs of rosemary, but I can't tell you how much thyme I added because I really love thyme. Yeah. Then I added about 3 whole garlic cloves. I just cut them in half just so the oils can actually be exposed and start extracting into this oil here. And we're going to begin to baste. All right, when you get to this part, make sure you turn your oil down to almost a medium low, because you're going to cook these low and slow up because they're already about medium rare, and we're just going to baste them until they become medium, and then we're going to let them rest. So they're going to be kind of like a medium plus, but they're going to be really good and succulent and right where we want them at. Just continue to baste these things. You want that oil to touch each one of these chops. Make sure you're giving each one of these chops some love. And yeah, there you have it. So we're gonna go ahead and this is the actual plating I seen in the picture. I don't know if they plating it this way or not, but this is the welcome back plating I seen. So they had the mashed potatoes down first, and you see me add the mashed potatoes down first, and then from the mashed potatoes we're going on with the saute spinach directly on top. If you don't like your food to touch, I don't know what to tell you. No, if you don't like your food to touch, just do it another way. But we're gonna put the spinach on top of the mashed potatoes, and from there we're gonna go in a complete circle with the chops. And I think I did about 6 chops on this plate. I don't know how many chops they're giving out, but if they're giving out 6 chops, I don't know how much this plate gonna cost. But yeah. So yeah, I went in a complete circle with the chops, and even though these chops are not fire roasted, you see we did manage to get a good sear with that pan and those basin juices. So these things are really great. Like I said, this is an inspired video, not a copycat video, so we didn't follow their recipe to the T because we don't even know their recipe. But this is just my take on it. But yeah, we got the rack going. It looked like a crown. And there you have it, man, the most amazing lamb chops from the Bistro. Go ahead and clean your plate up. Yeah, fire grilled lamb chops from the Bistro. Longhorn Steakhouse inspired. But yeah, man, great video, great content. Like I said, that video where their lamb chops actually drop in the restaurant on March the 6th, and we're putting our video out that Thursday of that week. So yeah, man, I want to thank you guys for checking this video out. Like, comment, share, subscribe. The most amazing lamb chops from the Bistro, Longhorn Steakhouse inspired. Hopefully you guys really like this video. Leave some comments down below. Let me know what I could do different, what you like, what you dislike about the video. Hit the video with a thumbs up if you like the video, and hit that subscribe button. By the way, stop what you're doing right now. Hit that subscribe button, man. Yeah, I want to thank you guys for checking this video out. Fire grilled lamb chops from the Bistro, Longhorn Steakhouse inspired. I'll catch you guys next week, man. I'm out.